Transmitting to you from Old Heart Radio.
Oh, God. We're good. Oh. Hello, everybody, you dear rotten hot dogs. Thank you. This is another episode of Coffee and Wait, you're welcome. This is another episode of Coffee and Contemplation. That's more like it. Yes, I am your host, Old Heart, a.k.a. Jared, a.k.a., I'm here. I'm up. I'm moving. Technically, I'm recording a podcast, as you all hear, I believe. Can you hear me? Can you hear me now? Good. All right. Let's see. Today is one of my 2 days off. It's actually my second day off out of those two. I'm going back to work tomorrow. That's right. Your host, yours truly, is one of those members of society deemed quote unquote essential. I don't really know if that's actually true. I don't think I'm actually essential. I'm glad to be working. That being said, very glad to be working. It feels great. I work with coffee, so I do something I love because playing around with coffee is just, in a way, it's just such an honor. And in another way, it's just super fucking fun. So, excuse me while I rub my eyeball because I have something in it. We're not really talking about coffee today. We're not talking about myself either today. Actually, I wanted to talk about science fiction TV shows, actually. Mainly because I think, one, everybody's been watching a fuckload of TV, probably. Hopefully not like an overkill amount. I hope you're balancing it out with exercising and perhaps reading whether news or books or comic books or what have you. But also watching your fair share of entertainment. Science fiction, especially in the form of TV shows, has been something that has shaped parts of what I love as an adult, what I read, like the things I do on these fucking podcasts sometimes, it seeps into a lot of my personal life, because I loved science fiction. I love watching episodic adventure kind of shows. And anyway, I found this list of Rotten Tomatoes, go figure, that just has it's 100 of the greatest quote unquote sci-fi shows. So, just going through it, 100 to 81, they have number 100, and I will say this is probably a good choice. It's The Orville, which is Seth MacFarlane's live action kind of it's basically a Star Trek comedy. What I love about it is just that it has these really awesome effects. It takes the space adventure side of it just as seriously as it takes landing those comedic moments seriously, and it has this excellent fucking balance because of it. I fucking love it because that show, it's just entertaining, but it's not, I wouldn't say it's one of the greatest of all time, which is why it's good it's at number 100. They also have things like Under the Dome, Jetsons, Thunderbird, the 1985 Twilight Zone, Mork and Mindy, Alf, Planet of the Apes. They have 1974 Planet of the Apes listed as number 92 on this list. Interesting. And again, this is the TV shows. Things like Outer Limit, the 95, a lot of the 80s and 90s stuff starts creeping up here. Sequest, holy shit. At number 85 stands Sequest, which is basically this. They tried to make Star Trek in the sea. If you take Star Trek and mash it with Waterworld, It's like what they fucking imagine, I guess. I don't know. Dark Angel is at number 81. That Jessica Alba, like edgy bullshit. Lex, what's Lex? Lex stands at number 80. It's an offbeat sci-fi action with a cult following about a genetically modified insect controlled by 4 misfits. What a fucking title. That's strange. I don't know if I'm that interested in that. Third Rock from the Sun is at number 79. See, I'm glad they include all these different aspects. Andromeda, holy shit. I used to watch Andromeda with my fucking old man. It stars Kevin Sorbo. It is absolutely ridiculous. I'm pretty sure Jason Momoa is in it, but don't quote me on that. Battlestar Galactica, 1978. Battlestar Galactica stands at number 76 on this list. The Bionic Woman is at number 75. Oh, man. That might be a little higher up on my book. Land of the Lost, Knight Rider, they're all kind of in there. They made a Dune TV show? Or they tried to in 2000. Holy shit. But that stands at number 71. I doubt that would be higher than, like, the Bionic Woman. Shit! Shout-outs to any and all of you hot dogs listening. Thank you. You're so fucking awesome. Shout-outs to my fellow creators at Old Heart. Shout-outs to, honestly, anybody that wants to get involved. I encourage you to do so. Look us up at Old Heart Radio on Twitter. Find us at Old Heart Radio, or Old Heart in Space on... Wait, did I say Twitter? Holy shit. Hold on. Find us at Old Heart Radio on Instagram. Find us at Old Heart in Space on Twitter. Get a hold of us if you want to get going on some projects, or if you want to hop on a podcast. Anytime. Any fucking time, people. Aeon Flux, the 1991 animated series, stands at number 69. Wow. Seriously, though, I'd probably bump that way up the list. Star Trek Enterprise is at number 67. That is... I could do a whole episode on my listing of the Star Trek series, which I might just do, so I'm not going to get into that here. The Lost in Space Netflix series, which I think is canceled now, stands at number 63. I would put that way far down the list. Like, I honestly would put the Orville above that. I did not really dig. It was kind of cool, but then I just think after a while it was just like beating a dead horse. The 1981 Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy is at number 62 on Rotten Tomatoes list, which is fucking interesting. That thing is entertaining, we'll say. Me and my girlfriend Nadine, we watched that, I think, while falling asleep. You know, like laying in bed. You watch like a nice sci-fi thing. Oh my god, Alien Nation stands at number 59 on this list. That was a weird series. A sci-fi cop series about an alien detective and his family who are trying to adapt to life in LA. It's so weird. I actually remember, I weirdly remember that. And I don't know if my old friend Luke Gillespie from growing up was into it, but me and him watched some like interesting sci-fi shit back in the day. One of the Stargate spin-offs, Stargate Universe, is at number 58. Some other shit. Red Dwarf from the year of my birth, 1988. Stands at number 54. That's interesting. That's awesome. Mystery Science Theater 3000, 1989, stands at number 53. I'm glad that they included those on this list. That's important. Those are important fucking pieces of sci-fi. The $6 Million Man is number 50. All right. Interesting. I would put that above the next one. Timeless, I actually did get into. Me and my girlfriend again watched that one. I would definitely put things like the $6 Million Man above it, though. It's not like one of the greatest of all time. Cowboy Bebop stands at number 45. Fairly good call. Cowboy Bebop is one of the best, though. It has a 100% rating on this Rotten Tomatoes site. Sliders, holy shit. Jerry O'Connell coming out swinging. Sliders, 1995, stands at number 44. You should check it out. Space, 1999, made in 1975. Is at number 42 on this list. Interesting. See, some of these classics I would put above others. I would put above Stargate. I would put Space 1999 above Stargate Atlantis, personally. Not to knock Stargate Atlantis, so I think that is more, I would consider it a greater show. We have things like, okay, the Stargate SG-1, which I watched with my old man, is at number 37 on this list, which should be above Terminator: The Sarah Connor Chronicles, which is at 36. Fuck you, Terminator: The Sarah Connor. That show, was garbage. Okay, much like a lot of the Terminator franchise ended up being, which is sad to say. Eureka is at number 35. That's actually a great show. Star Trek Voyager is at number 34. Get the fuck out. I would put that would be in my top 20 at least. Just 34. Get the fuck out of here, Rotten Tomatoes. Oh man. Mystery Science Theater 3000: The Return is at number 28. See this is where I disagree. Like, the original is better than The Return. And I'm not knocking The Return, but the original is just fucking better. Star Trek Discovery is at number 27 on this list, which deserves. Star Trek Discovery is actually really awesome. Rick and Morty is at number 25, which is just below Star Trek Deep Space Nine. Interesting. Torchwood. Oh man, shit. The Doctor Who spin-off Torchwood is at number 22. Very interesting. I like it. I don't know if I'd put it in the 20s. I don't know. Torchwood. Quantum Leap ekes into the top 20 at number 19. Well deserved. Quantum Leap is one of the greatest sci-fi shows of all time, if you ask me. That's for fucking sure. Scott Bakula classic. Babylon 5 is number 18 on this list. Futurama is number 17. Holy shit. Well deserved again. The original Outer Limits is number 15. The original Twilight Zone is number 13 on this list. I'd put that way fucking higher. That's in my top 3, baby. Firefly, number 12. Again, that's in my top 10. Firefly is greater than The Expanse. You wouldn't have things like The Expanse without Firefly. So Firefly, in my head, should be number 10, and The Expanse should be number 11. Stranger Things is at number 8. No, I love Stranger Things, but it's not one of the greatest of all time. Again, it'd be in my top 20. Westworld, definitely not in my top 5, not even at my number 7. It'd be in my top 30. It's a great show, but not in my top TV shows. Star Trek is at number 5, the original series. Star Trek: The Next Generation is at number 4. The X-Files is at number 3. Doctor Who is at number 2. And Battlestar Galactica is at number 1. I'd reverse those a little bit. X-Files is my number 1. Doctor Who is number 2. Star Trek: The Next Generation is number 2. Doctor Who is number 3. Anyway, we don't need to get into that. That list has a ton of fucking classics on there, and I gotta be honest, I like a lot of them. I'm a sci-fi junkie. Pump it into me. Either way, hope you're all doing well, staying safe, all that stuff. Go out there, use your brains for good, because every day's a good day to ripen up that coconut, you dirty, rotten hot dogs. Can you tell I like food, people? Seriously, though, live long and prosper, and keep your stick on the ice.